but, you know, I think that, for example, when you're a drummer and you're in the rhythm section, one of the things that's very important to do is to listen. I think that if you're a mediator, one of the important things to do is to listen. I think that as a drummer, at least of the kind of music that I'm thinking of, you are providing a sort of you're providing some level of structure to the conversation by providing a uniform rhythm. You're providing tempo. You're also providing you're having some influence on how loud things get. Okay, there's a whole set of judgments that are sort of behind the scenes in the rhythm section that come from listening well, that come from being steady when others are having flights, and that comes from a sense of responsibility for the ensemble performance, as opposed to soloing, which is another sort of responsibility that's going on someplace else on the stage. And so it's, for me, and again, I sort of confess to straining a bit at this. The analogy allows for the highlighting of the content of the work, highlighting of ingredients in the content of the work. Okay, and for that reason, it's instructive. It puts a spotlight on certain things that you do or you don't do. I think, however, that the most important point is what is referred to in music as taste. There are judgments that a musician makes on a moment-to-moment basis when the music is improvised that are just judgments of taste. How loud should I play? How fast? How many notes should I try to get into a measure? What notes should I play? Okay, and it's not taste. I think taste is the right word because there's no sort of clear right and wrong about it, and also because it's different than technical proficiency. Okay, and in other words, I have the capacity to play very fast, but my taste indicates to me that in this instance I should not play very fast. I'm not going to show you everything I can do all the time. Okay, I think in our work there's some sort of very important analog to taste, which I think we would just call judgment. Okay, am I going to be aggressive here? Am I going to interrupt this? Am I going to try to take control? Am I going to let these people talk until they hurt themselves? Because in the long run, if they embarrass themselves, I'll be able to bring them back together again. You know what I mean? There's all those sort of judgments that you make in the middle, in the course of things. And I think that it's a mistake to criticize our performances on the basis of the right and wrong of each thing that we do, or on whether or not we are showing a terrific technical kind of virtuosity. I think if you agree with all of that, you get a sense of what a responsible performance is on the part of a mediator that I am comfortable with. I'm comfortable with that view of how mediation works. That there's something, for example, very personal about it. And it's completely appropriate that you and I don't do the same case in the same way. Okay? There's just absolutely nothing wrong with that. The fact that we go into exactly the same case and you do it your way and I do it my way. Okay, so when you play I Remember April and I play I Remember April, we play two completely different sets of choruses, and there's not a right one and a wrong one.